everyone, this is Sasha bringing you a video tutorial today from BP4U, and today we're going to talk about menus. So I'm going to go from right to left. The help menu, you have all of your help tips. There's some video tutorials, you have some support, you have your key concepts. If you're just getting started, you can click there, or for some help, you can go there. Here you can access your welcome screen. You can learn about Photoshop. You can look into your plugins, legal notices, system info. You can deactivate here, and this one's important. This is where you can go to look for updates to the program. For example, if you upgrade your camera, you may need to update the program in order to be able to see raw images in Photoshop Elements. Here you have your windows. If you lose something in Photoshop Elements, this is your go-to place to get it back. For example, I don't have my Actions window open right now, so now I can just click on Actions and I have that back. This is your view. You can go ahead and zoom in or out, view the actual pixels or print size. You can turn on your ruler, or you can turn it off, as well as a grid. Here we have filters, and we covered that in another video tutorial. Here we can make some selections. So here I can decide if I want to feather my selection, inverse my selection, so now all of this out here is selected. I can refine the edge of my selection I can shift the edge that way or that way. I can add contrast to my edge. I can feather my edge. You can see it sort of has that blur. I can smooth my edge. I got all kinds of different options there to really make sure that whatever I'm selecting is a nice, refined, perfect kind of selection. So up here we have layer. We can add a new layer, or a new layer from background, or a layer via copy. For example, a layer via copy was, the keyboard shortcut was Control-J. So if I hit Control-J, you can see that my copy, oh shoot. Okay. This was the tool I was looking for. You can see that now this this selection here that I Control-J'd, this is a layer via copy. All right. There we go. So next we have Enhance, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate my background layer before I make any of these enhancements, and the reason for that is because they work right on the layer that is selected. So if I clicked on Auto Smart Fix, it's going to Auto Smart Fix right on this layer, so you can see the difference between that there. And if I were to click on Auto Levels, it's going to automatically do a levels adjustment right here on this layer. And so whatever layer that I have selected, it's going to do the adjustment right there on, right here on this layer here, because I have this layer selected. If I had my background layer selected, it would do it right on my background layer, and my change wouldn't be as easily undone. So next we have Image. We have Rotate, so we can rotate our image left or right, or we can flip it completely upside down. We can flip our image horizontally, which we could do to improve the composition, or vertically. And you can see here, if I rotated it 180 degrees, it would be upright again. Here we can transform our image. We can you can use the transformation to, most of the time you would use it on something else, like if I were to add some text or If I was to add something or place it on top of my picture, then I could transform it. I can also transform something by hitting Control T. And so you can see here that as I transform this, I've got my wrong layer selected. Let's select this one. As I transform this, it gets smaller or bigger. And if I were to skew it, you can see that I'm not always going to get a look in necessarily photography that I was hoping for, but if I was doing a project, that might be an option that I might want to consider. Okay, let's turn our image back around. So down here too, we have a crop, and we have recompose, which is going to be in a later video, and magic extractor, which is also going to be a later video. You can convert your color profile here and your color mode here. So here we have some undo. Anytime that you want to undo something, Control Z. You can hit Control Z a few times before you have bumped into a not being able to undo anything else wall. You can revert your image here, and when you revert an image, you take it back to how it was when you first opened it into Photoshop. Here you can add a fill layer, so you can choose a color and a blend mode, and that will add that fill layer straight on top of the background layer, as opposed to adding a fill layer from over here, where you can add it over top of the background layer and be able to turn that off and on. And then over here we can make a blank document. We can open up another picture. We can open up something that we recently edited. We can duplicate this document. We can close it. We can save it. We can save it for web. We have file information. We can place. Now if I was doing composites, I would go to File, Place. If I wanted to put my watermark that I had saved in my computer, I would go to File, Place. And so that is something else that's a little bit important to kind of remember. You can print them here, and exit would close you out of Photoshop. So those are your menus, and they can be extremely helpful in guiding you through your editing workflow. So thank you so much for watching this video tutorial. Happy editing!